How you doing?
Not bad, that was a wicked set. I well enjoyed it. The crowd are going mad.
Were they?
Absolutely mental.
You play at everyone, so how would you compare this one to the last one?
I think, well, the quality of music's definitely getting better, and I think the people out there can realise this. So I think they're enjoying it more. They realise now that it's not a cheesy party like it used to be. It's serious music, serious people, but they're all having a good time still. So I think a lot of them can see the difference in the music because people like sort of me, Hicksy, Force and Styles, we really are trying to make a point with the music. We don't want no Mickey Mouse vocals, rip-offs. It's got to be original, wrote, new material, musicians playing the keyboards and that, not just some bloke going ding ding.
So do you reckon that's the direction the music's progressing in, sort of live?
There's only so many times you can use a sample, and I think it's got to the point now where the music we're making now hopefully will be the music that will be being sampled in 5 years' time. But I think all the other samples have been done to death, so it's time to move forward. I've started a band called Innovate. One of them's a drummer, jazz drummer. The pianist is when he used to get home from school when he was younger, it wouldn't be let's watch telly. The whole family would sit down and play Chopin or Beethoven. So he's a proper talented bloke. Do you know what I mean? He's unbelievable, and his name's Matt. And then we've got Steve, who does all the engineering. Stuart, who's the drummer. And all together it's unbelievable.
You're going on the house tip as well, I believe.
We've done a house track with a singer called Denise Gordon.
So you're moving more towards the house tip now then?
Not really. I'm sort of, I suppose, spreading myself 50-50 across the two. It's just I'm so into what I do, I could work 24 hours a day on sort of both musics. It stops me getting bored as well. So one week I'll do a hardcore track, and then the next week I'll do a house track, and it's variety, and that sort of keeps me interested. Where if you're doing the same music all the time, it's going to get boring. And the good thing is as well, I pull because I listen to a lot of house, I can pull a bit of the ideas from the house music, put it into the hardcore, and then the house people go, oh, that's not bad actually, that's quite good. And then if we put a bit of the hardcore into the house, what is definitely happening at the moment, when I listen to Judge Jules and that, there's loads of house tunes with stab sounds in and that, and I think that's hardcore 2 years ago. Well, not maybe a bit more than that, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, right, let's talk about Helter Skelter, because I believe that you know everything about David Prattley and how he started up.
Yeah, I've known Dave for quite a few years now. We started about 1988, but before that, there's a mad story to go with Dave. He actually started to get his money together. I was having a little chat with him from selling tapes, of all the DJs and that. So he sold tapes for years and years at all the fairs and everything, and he was selling...
What, loads of bootlegs?
I think that's well, I don't know. I'm allowed to say that. I'm not quite sure there, but he was definitely doing, sort of doing his tapes and that, and he put one party on, and he was saying he had a bit of a nightmare and that, and he did actually lose a lot of money, but then he built himself up again, and that's what I really like about a lot of the people in the rave scene. They're not people who've had rich mum and dads and they've been giving it to them. They're people who've really worked for their what they've got.
And how would you compare? Obviously, there's quite a few differences, but to how they first started the Helter Skelter parties to what they're like now.
When I first started playing for Helter Skelter, first of all, they were in a club called, when they actually started off, it was called Castaways, and that was a tiny club in between Northampton and Bedford. It could hold most probably 700 people, and all it had been in the old days was a massive speaker sound system, 2 strobes and a fog machine, and that's it, and everyone just jumping up and down, and the DJ would most probably play for 3 or 4 hours, and now he's up to 7,000, and then he did his big outdoor event, and I think sort of more like 20,000 at that one, so it's amazing how big it's going still.
Would you like to do something like that?
It's funny enough, when I was 15 the first thing I did was put on my own rave at school, and I got banned for life from hiring the school college block, and had all the police come down and everything when I was 15.